Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning. Today we will be studying the concluding part of our first chapter of Organization of Commerce, that is Principles of Management. Students, in our last session we had studied F.W. Taylor's scientific management theory, wherein he has framed 6 principles of scientific management for smooth functioning of the organization. F.W. Taylor has emphasized more on scientific experiments and scientific approach for completion of tasks. Today, we will study various techniques of scientific management given by him. So let's study the techniques of scientific management. First is work study. Work study means an organized, systematic and critical assessment of various activities. Before assigning the work to the employees, the management should do a deep study. The activities to be followed by the employees needs to be critically analyzed by the managers. Work study is based on the following techniques. Number 1, time study. Time study is a technique used to study the actual time taken to complete a particular task. The managers observe the work done by the employees and record the time taken for its completion. It is useful to measure the efficiency of an employee. Further, time study helps in controlling the cost of work. Second is method study. Employees use different methods to complete the task. These methods act as challenge to the managers who have to get the work done in the best method. Further, cost control and expenditures also have to be kept in mind. Method study helps the management in reducing wastage, cost of production, and also improves the utility of all resources. The next is motion study. Motion study is the study of movement of an employee and the machines. When the work goes on, motion study helps in eliminating or changing some movements for smooth flow of task. This helps in improving the efficiency of the employees and makes the best use of money, machine and material. The next is fatigue study. Fatigue means the feeling of being tired after long working hours without any breaks. Fatigue has an adverse effect on the working of the organization. It occurs when the employees are pressurized to work for certain high targets or heavy working tools. Fatigue study helps the management to understand the conditions and to take steps to reduce the level of fatigue. It helps in maintaining efficiency of the employees. The next technique of scientific management is standardization of tools and equipments. With various experiments and experience, F.W. Taylor put an emphasis on standardization of tools and equipments. He says that good working environment and standard tools add on to the overall productivity of an organization. It helps to reduce wastage, cost of production and fatigue. The next technique is scientific task setting. As per this, a day's work should be specified to the employees. This prevents the employees from doing work below their capacities. Once the day's work is given, the employees will work according to the standards given and complete it in time. With scientific task setting, optimum use of workforce can be done. The next technique is technique of scientific selection and training. Scientific selection means selecting right persons for the right job. Selection should be unbiased and impartial. It should set proper goals for the employees and impart proper training to increase their efficiencies. The next technique of scientific management is functional organization. Here F.W. Taylor explains how planning is separated from implementation. Planning is done by the top level management and middle level management, whereas the plans are to be executed by the lower level management with the help of supervisors and workers. According to this concept, when all the activities are divided into planning and implementation, the work gets easy and is undertaken in a better way to get the desired results. The last technique is differential piece rate wage plan. These concepts suggested by F.W. Taylor helps to attain higher standard performance. In this, the workers who work more than the standard time and standard output are paid more compared to those who fail to put their maximum efforts. These techniques help the employees to work hard and earn good wages. In simple word, it means good work, good remuneration. Less work, less remuneration. So students, with this, we come to an end of our today's session. Thank you.